Martell Holt didn't just burn bridge. He set the whole town on fire and then tried to play firefighter. What we're watching isn't just a messy breakup. It's the public unraveling of a man who refuses to take accountability, while the women around him are left picking up the pieces. Take the court footage, for example. Melody Shari wasn't seeking attention. She was asking for safety. You could see it all over her face. This wasn't a staged reality TV moment. This was a woman genuinely scared, drained, and fighting to protect her peace. And how did Martell respond? By mocking her outfit. While Melody was trying to safeguard her well-being, he was making jokes about a white suit. That's not just immature, it's heartless. Then came the infamous elevator incident with Arione Curry. 3 people trapped in one tiny metal box. The tension heavy enough to cut with a knife, and instead of keeping quiet, Arione had to throw in a slick little comment about husbands, as if it were her shining moment. It wasn't. It was tone deaf. That's the pattern with Arione. She inserts herself just enough to feel relevant, but never in a way that truly matters. For years, she has been riding Martell's chaos like it's her ticket to fame. But the only thing she's earning is embarrassment. What makes it worse is that Martell could have stopped so much of this mess if he had simply paused to think. 5 seconds of reflection could have led him to say, maybe I shouldn't mock my ex's trauma. But instead, he doubled down. He flexed for the internet, trying to paint himself as the misunderstood victim. Meanwhile, he's still showing up where he shouldn't, still pushing boundaries, and still sending texts meant to provoke. He thrives on the drama. He gaslights. He spins stories. And when people react, he shrugs and says, "See? I told you I was the victim." It's manipulative. It's calculated. And it's exhausting. The rest of the cast isn't blameless either. Marsa and Morris Scott constantly, one minute they're joking around with Martell, and the next they're pretending to play peacemaker. Maurice is especially disappointing. He fought publicly for his stepson to move in with him. Yet when it came time to actually show up, he was nowhere to be found. How can you claim to be a leader or a role model when you don't even handle your own household? Yet he still tries to host healing talks as if he's some wise counselor. That's not leadership's performance. Marsa's backstory is equally questionable. He insists he's always been successful, but plenty of people remember him working at a movie theater. And there's nothing wrong with that, but don't rewrite history to build an ego. Through it all, he still clings to Martell, standing by him even as he spirals, grinning smugly from the sidelines as chaos unfolds. That's not loyalty, it's cowardice. Letitia Scott isn't much better. She dives headfirst into drama, starts arguments, and then acts surprised when people respond. She polices Destiny's looks and energy, but ignores the rumors surrounding her own marriage. Her defense strategy is always the same: yell louder, point fingers faster, and deflect harder. And the way she aligns herself with Martell when it benefits her, only to pull back when the heat rises, proves her loyalty isn't real, it's convenient. Then there's Destiny Payton, who still doesn't have a clear storyline after all these years. Every season, it's something half-baked, something vague, and we still don't know who she truly is or what she stands for. She floats through the show, reacting to drama instead of driving it, which leaves her presence feeling weak and forgettable. Arione Curry, meanwhile, continues to orbit the storyline like a shadow. Her moment came and went, yet she pops up to be petty whenever she can. That elevator comment wasn't bold, it was desperate. She keeps treating Martell like a prize, but the truth is he's an anchor, dragging her down. Sadly, she can't see it. Meanwhile, Melody continues to rise. She's building businesses, creating opportunities, and glowing in her independence. Instead of being inspired, others are jealous. They treat her success like a threat because it shines a light on their insecurities. They wanted her stuck, bitter, and broken, but instead she's thriving. And that bothers them most of all. Carlos King, the executive producer, isn't innocent either. He knows exactly what kind of show he's producing. He handpicked the cast, pushed the drama, and stretched it out for ratings. But when Melody said she didn't feel safe, production stayed silent. No phone call, no check-in, no support. That silence proved what many viewers already suspected: this show doesn't protect its cast, it exploits them. Fans have noticed. They saw Melody mocked while asking for safety. Martell twisting the narrative to make himself the victim. The Scots dodging accountability, and women's pain turned into entertainment. And now the audience is fighting backtagging networks, demanding accountability and calling out the manipulation. The truth is, Martell doesn't want peace, he wants attention. He doesn't want resolution, he wants control. He gaslights, manipulates, and spins stories to keep himself in the spotlight. This isn't confusion, it's calculation. And while some still defend him, the receipts don't lie. The rest of the cast is caught in their own webs. Morris wants respect but won't put in the work. Marsa wants status but won't tell the truth. Letitia wants to look strong but hides weakness. Destiny wants relevance but can't find her voice. Arione wants validation but looks in the wrong places. And Carlos wants ratings at any cost. But Melody, she broke the cycle. She didn't just leave Martell. She left the manipulation, the gaslighting, the fake friendships. She built something real. Businesses, independence, peace. That's what real power looks like: not chaos, not drama, but peace that can't be shaken. And that's why they're pressed. Melody walked out of the storm with her crown still intact, while the rest are still stuck in the rain. And that's the thing: Melody's rise isn't just about success, it's about freedom. She didn't let the chaos define her. She didn't get dragged down by the lies, the manipulation, or the petty antics around her. Every move she makes, every business she launches, every song she releases is a statement. She's in control of her story. And that freedom is intimidating to those who built their lives on denial, distraction, and drama. While Martell and the others scramble to maintain appearances, Melody keeps building real wealth, real influence, and real peace. She's proving that you don't need to fight or argue to win, you just need to rise above. Her growth highlights the cracks in everyone else's facade. The ones who mocked, manipulated, or ignored accountability are exposed for what they really are. And the audience sees it. Fans aren't just watching, they're rooting for her. Recognizing the courage it takes to step out of toxicity and create something lasting. This isn't just a story of a messy breakup or reality TV chaos. It's a lesson in power, integrity, and self-preservation. Melody's journey reminds us that true strength isn't loud or combative, it's steady, consistent, and untouchable. While others flail in the storm, she walks through it with her head held high, showing what it really means to rise above the noise. At the end of the day, the contrast couldn't be clearer. Martell thrives on confusion, control, and attention. The rest of the cast chases relevance, validation, or convenience. Melody, meanwhile, is free, empowered, and unstoppable. She didn't just survive the storm, she redefined what victory looks like. And in doing so, she's left the others scrambling, realizing too late that peace, independence, and self-worth can't be faked or manipulated. They have to be earned. Her story is far from over. As she continues to build, shine, and inspire, one thing is certain: Melody isn't just part of the conversation, she's leading it. And everyone else? They're still trying to figure out how to catch up. And while the others remain tangled in their own drama, Melody is setting the standard for what it means to truly move forward. She doesn't just react, she creates. Every new project, every public appearance, every milestone is a reflection of her focus, her resilience, and her refusal to be defined by chaos. That consistency makes her untouchable in a way that fame or clout never could. Martell and the cast may continue spinning narratives, stirring up tension and trying to control the story. But Melody isn't playing their game. She's proving that power isn't about making noise or manipulating people. It's about living authentically and building a life that can't be shaken by someone else's chaos. That's the ultimate flex, and it's one they can't compete with. The audience sees it too. They recognize the courage it takes to leave toxic cycles behind, to prioritize your own growth over drama, and to build something real when the world around you is crumbling. Melody isn't just surviving. She's thriving. Every move she makes exposes the cracks in the facade of those who tried to hold her back, showing that integrity and self-respect always outlasts manipulation and attention-seeking behavior. Ultimately, this story isn't about revenge, ratings, or who's more clever. It's about mastery over your own life. Melody has claimed hers, and in doing so, it's become a blueprint for anyone who's ever been caught in chaos but refused to let it define them. The others can scramble, argue, and pretend they can't touch the peace, independence, and power she's built. And as she continues to rise, the lesson is clear. Success isn't loud. It's unshakable. And it's earned through resilience, clarity, and self-belief. Melody's journey is far from over, and the impact of her rise will continue to ripple through everyone still stuck in the storm.